Clearing tracks. This is the fifth and kind of the final stage of what an attacker goes through. So he's gotten into the system, he's totally pwned it. Next thing he wants to do is actually cover up his tracks so that people don't see what you've been doing, or these are not the drones you were looking for. This system was never compromised, right? So I'm going to do that several different ways. I'm going to make sure I destroy any proof that I was in there. I'm going to go through and get rid of entries inside of some log files. I might actually delete the log. There's actually two different types of attackers out there. There's the famous saying is that there's the attacker that everybody knows, he has a reputation, and then there's the attacker that nobody knows. And that's the one you're scared of because he's actually hiding stuff. An attacker that everybody knows, meaning he gets his own reputation out there, he might go through and just delete the log files. Well, that can be very easily tracked because the first entry in a log file when you delete it is it was deleted. A great attacker will actually go through and just remove out of the log his particular entries. I'm also going to go through, we talked a little bit earlier about installing our own stuff, but I don't want people to see that I've actually installed my stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and install a rootkit, which helps to hide my tools. Another way that I can hide my stuff is using something called steganography, where I can use things like, an audio file, maybe an MP3, and hide my stuff inside of the MP3, or even inside of an image, maybe a JPEG image. Technically, I can actually use it's called the white space, which are the unused bits in a TCP header. I can hide information inside of those as well. And once I've done that, then this particular box ends up becoming what we refer to as a cyber blind. I'm sure you can figure out what that means, right? If you guys are familiar with a duck blind, what's a duck blind? Yeah, it's some place that you hide behind so the ducks come in when you're duck hunting. So an attacker can actually use the system as a cover or a blind to launch new attacks without being detected. Now, there's several different countermeasures that you can use to help keep track of what's going on and to stop these type of actions. But yes, you guessed it, we're going to save that for another course.